I know you attended a screening of Silver Linings Playbook back in November at the AFI Fest. How does it feel to now be receiving this honor from them as well?
The AFI is very important to me. You know, when I was a bartender, when I was a PA, the AFI magazine was very important to me. That represented the best of American cinema. I learned all about film noir from a film series they had. I learned all about from all their articles. It was just this lifeline where popular cinema, such as articles about Jack Nicholson, met articles about great French filmmakers, where art meant commerce, and that it's been very inspiring to me. So for me to be here, it's like growing up and being able to work with stars you looked at. So it's very important to me.
And the film was absolutely amazing. What was it? Why did you want to bring this story to life, bring it to the big screen?
Well, you know, about 5 years ago, I've been looking for a story for a long time that would tell my son's story and make him feel part of the world. My son has struggled with many of the things that the character Bradley Cooper plays struggles with, and when Sidney Pollack, the late Sidney Pollack, offered me the book 5 years ago, I said, oh, this is that story. And I was very frustrated when I couldn't make it 5 years ago, but those 5 years turned out to be very fortuitous because Jennifer Lawrence was in high school 5 years ago. So that came. Bradley Cooper and I hadn't really discussed his ability and willingness to jump into a part this heavy. You know, so many fortuitous things presented themselves.
And talk to us a little bit about the cast. I mean, it's all-star cast: Jennifer Lawrence, Bradley Cooper, Robert De Niro. How did you line up such a wonderful cast for this project?
Well, I think that, you know, as someone once said to me, the right people play the right parts at the right time, and sometimes that's out of your hands, as I just said. So I had other people in mind completely 5 years ago. The cinema gods weren't ready to make the movie at that time. So that cast came and went, and other casts came and went, and Bradley and I got to know each other, and I understood he'd been through his own journeys that involved big changes in his soul, in his heart, in his weight, which all reflected the character. I mean, in Wedding Crashers, he's 30 pounds heavier. I like surprising audiences, as we did with Amy Adams, I think, in The Fighter. So that was a loaded weapon. Jennifer Lawrence knocked us out with a Skype audition at the 11th hour. We thought she was too young. She turns out to have a kind of timeless quality about her. Robert De Niro and I had known each other for many years, but we only made the connection recently about personally knowing people who have faced such predicaments in their lives, as in our picture. Jackie Weaver, I met her here 2 years ago from Animal Kingdom. So, you know, this AFI luncheon is very significant. That's when I first saw Jennifer Lawrence, was here 2 years ago, and I said, who is that? And she looked like this, she was all dressed up like a Charlie's Angel, and they said, that's Jennifer Lawrence. I said, that's the girl from Winter's Bone? And so anytime I would see her, I wouldn't recognize her. So anyway, and Chris Tucker, I mean, you know, how wonderful to bring Chris Tucker back into a role as a real person. Shea Whigham, John Ortiz, Julia Stiles. I mean, these are the people that brought this world to life. The Fighter taught me that I wanted to make a community, a neighborhood real, and make it about the emotions and the people there. And this movie is, in a way, a companion volume to The Fighter for me.
Well, it was wonderful. My favorites of the year.
Thank you.